Hey everyone, what is up? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to edit photos on Facetune 2 to look like an influencer, alright? You guys can edit your own photos for Instagram, Snapchat, for any social media platform you have, or if you guys just want to send your photos to another person. Now, Facetune 2 is one of my favorite apps to edit photos on. It has a whole bunch of different things that you can do with the app and a whole bunch of different things that you can do to make your photo look amazing. Now, if you guys want to download this app, go ahead and click a link in the description below. It will take you to a link to install the app directly on your iPhone and fast enough. But apart from that, let's get right into teaching you guys how to edit photos on this app. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I just grabbed a demo photo right over here. These are already images that are in Facetune 2, so we can go ahead and select any of them. If you want this one, we can select that. If you want this one, we can select that. But I'm just going to go ahead and select the one I had in the beginning. Now, I'm going to go into depth about tips and tricks and what every single tool does on Facetune. Alright, so I don't have the Facetune Premium version. With the premium version, you can go ahead and access tons of different features. But personally, I don't think that the premium version has much more to offer than the regular version. So if you guys want a premium version, I can go ahead and buy it and make a video separately on it if you guys want. But for now, we're going to be doing the regular version and teaching you guys how to edit your photos like an influencer. Now, the first button over here is retouch. What the retouch button does is it simply goes around and just kind of touches up things, makes your skin look better, makes your entire face look better. So this whitened over here can be used to whiten teeth or whiten eyes. So her eyes seem a little bit red. If you guys want to make it stand out a little bit, make her eyes look healthier in your picture, all you got to do is use your hand and your finger and color up the eyes. Alright, you go here. We can just color up her eyes with white. And if you guys haven't noticed, it has become whiter. We can go ahead and take this to whatever point we want. We can go ahead and slide this bar to determine how strong we want the whitening to be. And if you go ahead and hold the bottom right corner with the two squares, you will see the difference in her eyes. Alright, it's not a big difference for now, but it does look a little bit better, like it stands out. So we can go ahead and pull that up more. And there we go. We have edited her eyes. And you can do the same for your teeth if your teeth are showing in the picture. But for now, we can skip by that. The next one is smooth. This is one of my favorite ones to use if you have rough skin or acne or anything like that on your skin that you want to cover up. To use smooth, what you got to do is you just go wherever you want and you smoothen out the skin, alright? Now, my tip with this is don't do it too much to the point where it looks photoshopped or it looks like you're plastic. You want to make it look more natural, so we're going to leave out some parts. We're just going to take out this part over here and just in general smooth out her skin a little bit. And we can go ahead and bring this down to a 50 so it looks more natural. If you guys can see this, her skin looks a little bit more smooth than it did in the beginning. Alright. Now, smoother and texture are both premium options, so I'm not going to go ahead and do that. Over here we have details. What this does is it kind of adds more effects to the skin. So we can, I'll just show you how details looks. It makes the image look like there's a lot more going on. It makes it seem like we unsmoothened it. And if you guys want to make a picture look more natural, you can go ahead and do details. Personally, I don't like to do details. We can turn it up to max and it looks really bad if you turn it down to the bottom. It's the way it is before. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that back down because we don't really want details to get into the way, because most influencers and most famous photographers do not add details to the pictures. The next thing we have is glow. This makes your skin glow and makes the entire image glow. We can go ahead and make it seem like brighter and turn it down a little bit. It's my recommendation because you don't want it seeming like it looks fake or anything. So I can turn it down here, and now it looks like we have sunlight falling on her. Now over here we have conceal. What conceal does is it just hides stuff and covers up acne, other stuff in your skin. So this is one of my favorite things to do on my skin because it takes away a lot of different features that I would not want. So we can go ahead and, as you guys can see, there's some acne over here. We can take that out and turn it down a little bit to make it look more natural. The way concealer works is it blends in with the other colors that are next to it, and then it hides it. Over here we have this, and what this does is it just gets rid of any extra sunlight. There's no purpose of this because she has no glasses or anything like that for now. And the next thing is probably my favorite thing in retouch. This is vibrance. Now what vibrance does is just makes your image look a lot brighter and a lot more lively. So for vibrance, you can put it just on the person, but what I like to do is I like to put it on the entire image. Alright, now she looks too orange in this picture, so we're just going to fix that by turning the vibrance down and turn it down a bit. And personally, I think that it looks a lot brighter, a lot more natural with vibrance, and it's one of my favorite things to do to any picture. Next is B&W, or black and white. This you can change the color for background or for person if she wants. You can make her black and white if she wants. We can get rid of that. Most people use it for the background of an image, to make it background black and white. For now, we're not gonna do that, so we're just gonna turn that down to 0 and go on to the next thing. In retouch, that is about it. So if you select the check mark at the bottom right corner and we check the differences, you can see that we have already photoshopped her to look more natural and better for posting. The next one is face. In face, we can change the smile, jaw, and the width of her face for free. The other ones do require you to get premium. But for the smile, you can just turn the smile up or down. You can simply just slide right, and it'll increase your smile and change the shape of your mouth. If we can turn it up a little bit to make her seem a little bit happier, and to make the jaw, you go this way to make it smaller, and this way to make it bigger. And then we have the width, which makes the face width go smaller, or the face width go bigger. The next thing we have over here is reshape. Now, this is an important thing to do if you want to get your different features in place and make it look more natural. Now, reshape can do a lot of things. Reshape over here, it'll just basically grab a whole area and then fix it. So we can just undo that to the starting point. So if we want to fix the shape of her head, we can move it this way a little bit. That's too much. Alright, it looks a little bit more natural, fit in place. Next is refine. This is for changing smaller areas. For example, we can change her eye. I use reshape for this actually. We can move her eye more up. It is kind of down, and now you can see that her eyes are on the same level. However, they do look kind of off. So we can use refine to make the eye bigger. We just gotta grab down. What this does, it just extends certain parts. Right? Refine, personally, I don't find a big use in resize. I just like to use reshape and refine, and restore just to grab parts back of what you edited. So if we resize this, we restore, swipe it over to grab that back to the starting point. So as you guys can see, we change the position of her face a little bit, just like this. And now on to the next thing. Next one is filters. What filters does, it just adds different effects that are already pre-made. We can pick whatever one we like. Personally, in Facetune, I like to use the ones in golden hour, depending on the image. But there's a whole bunch of filters you can use. Facetune 2 has some of the best filters that I've seen on any app. I'm just going to choose this one really quick, and we're going to select it. And there, we added a filter to our character, and we can see the huge difference already. She went from this to this in just a few edits. The next thing I have over here is paint. What paint does is you can choose to change the skin color, just tone up a few different spots, or you can go ahead and do a big difference. Alright, so for example, if you want to change the top of the forehead over here, we can go ahead and select this color, or select the color to here, go skin, and select the bottom right color. When we do that, we can go ahead and just paint over this, and you can see that it is slightly changing color. If you guys haven't noticed, that's the difference. Even from being whiter to being more blended in. For tone, we can do the same thing. Personally, many people like to use tone for like adding some red on the sides. It looks a lot just like that. A lot of people like to use tone for Halloween makeup pictures, so they can do like a lot here. And it kind of looks like some bruises up there, just like that. Next thing you have over here is paint. Paint just makes it so that an image changes colors. So if you want to make her cheeks more pink, we can go ahead and do that. But I will stick down to no paints. Let's get rid of these for now. We can keep the skin, but let's select that. So that's just for changing colors of the character. And yeah, next is neon lights. This is one of my favorite things to add in a photo. What neon lights does is it just adds different light effects to the side, center, and left. So if you guys want to see different lights, you can go ahead and select random. It'll get different effects. Like this one over here looks like it's shining a bright yellow light on the side. If you want one in the center, you can go ahead, turn it up, turn it down. On the left side, turn it up, turn it down. Over here we have crop. Simply just cropping the photo. Everything that you can do in an iPhone camera roll. We have edit. This is one of the things to do if you want to change just a few things like the brightness, color. Alright, just like that. So we can increase the brightness, increase the contrast, the darkening the corners and the edges to focus on one part. Now the very last thing over here is the defocus. What defocus does is it blurs whatever you swipe. So I'm gonna go ahead and blur the background just to make it more obvious in the front. Alright, and I think that looks pretty good. Blur the background, so now we're only focused on her. And yeah, those are all of the main edits that you can do in Facetune 2. This is one of my favorite apps to use to edit. If you look at the difference, it started off as this in the beginning, and now it's this. Alright, you can always do whatever you want. You can always change the photo however you want. But if you want to edit your photos like an influencer, go ahead and use Facetune 2. But apart from that, that is about it for the tutorial. Thank you all so much for watching. Once again, if you have any questions, please comment them down below and I'll make sure to answer them as soon as I can. But apart from that, thank you all so much for watching and I will see you all next time.